Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. The other day I did a video where I talked about how I got the foiling onto my black and white background designs. So I will, if you want to check that out, I will link that video up here and down below so you can see all of the goodies that we did. So I basically just took the thumbnail to my black and white background designs and printed them out from using a laser printer. If you don't have a laser printer, you can take it to like an office supply place, like a Staples or an Office Depot or someplace like that, and they can print them out on their laser printer. And then I used a ink machine to add the foil, and I used a laminator. So I showed you that you didn't have to have the ink machine, you can just use a laminator. There's a little bit difference, but not a whole lot. I mean, when you use the laminator, it's a little bit more distressed looking, I guess is the best way to put it. But anyway, so you should go check that video out. So I got a lot of questions on that video about, do you have to have a laminator? Do you have to use a laser printer? All of this different stuff. And can you print on anything other than black ink? Can you use ink pads, Versamarks, things like that? I didn't know the answers to that because I really hadn't done any kind of deep dive into it at all. So I decided to do some experimenting. Well, the other day, I did a real quick little bit of footage that I posted onto my Facebook and my Instagram, and I showed you where I was ironing, using an iron to do the exact same thing. I still have, this is a print from my laser printer. It is a black and white background design, and I use the same foil, which is the mink foil. That's just what I have. I didn't go out and buy new foil. I mean, there's all kinds of heat transfer type foils out there. So I did a quick little, clip of using an iron. So that even got a few more questions when I did that. So I thought I would come on here and answer some questions. I actually have a few more fun ideas, believe it or not. So we did this envelope. We did this envelope in the last video. Isn't that cool? We did this one. I just love that. This is a very large envelope that holds a lot of photo mats. I don't know, just super fun, super cool. So check it out. Printing onto coffee stain paper and then foiling. So pretty. So I'm going to show you really quick using an iron and the different settings that I use. Let me scoop this out of the way somewhere here. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper towel. I was using like a bigger, thicker towel, but I don't really think you need it. So here's just a piece of paper towel. My surface is heat resistant, but I don't think I'm just going to put an iron straight on it. Okay, so my iron is just a regular old iron. It's just a regular old fabric iron. It's old, it's grungy, it's whatever. But it has 7 different settings. Plus you can do it where it's got a little bit of steam, a lot of steam, or completely dry. So I have it set on as high as it'll go. I have it set on as high as it'll go now. And I have it on the dry setting. So that's what this little lever down here is for. So that's getting heated up, and then I cut some foil already from, this is the gold foil, so I'm just going to lay it here on the bottom corner. As you'll see, there's nothing there on the bottom corner, just the black, right? So I'm going to lay this here, and then I'm going to take just a regular piece of copy paper and I'm going to lay it over top, covering that foil, and I'm just going to act like I'm ironing a piece of fabric. I'm just going to do a little bit of pressure, a little bit of movement. You probably don't even need the movement. I'm going to pull that off, and I think I am going to burnish ever so slightly. I didn't, when I did my little video clip, I was trying to record with my phone one-handed. I don't know. Anyway, but you can already see that it worked because it pulled away. So now there is the perfect foiling, and it's almost as good. It's almost as good as the ink machine. Maybe not 100% perfect, but I just wanted to show you, you did not need either one of those machines, whether it be a laminator or a ink machine. You can just use your iron. And you can use whatever kind of heat transfer type foil that you can find. There's several different brands out there. This just happens to be what I have. Because I am by no means a foiling expert, you guys. I just decided to start experimenting. So then one of the questions I have, can you foil on color? Do you have to just print black? Well, no, you don't have to just print black, but I printed my background design on same kind of, this is just cardstock, white cardstock, so I printed my original background design, and then I tried to foil over top of it. Do you see how it's kind of barely there? So let's do a demonstration here. This is something else I did. Let's get a fresh piece of foil too, why not? So I'm just gonna lay this on here. Because honestly, I did not know whether you can or can't, you guys. Sometimes you just have to experiment. So I'll be that person for you. I will experiment. Because this is a really fun little addition to your projects, in my mind. Okay, so I'm gonna push really good. And I think it'll probably transfer some of the foil. I just don't know how much. All right, and then I'm gonna burnish. How much, if any, because it barely did anything over here. And I don't think I burnished over there. So maybe the burnishing will help. Okay. Oh, look, I didn't get anything that time. Well, let's try that again. That's terrible. Let's try it again. Clearly, I either didn't put enough heat down or what. But my iron still is on, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna really give it a push. Maybe I'll burnish while the paper is still on here. Okay. The static wants to pull that paper up. Okay, well it came off. Yep, I still got nothing. I mean, just barely anything. But you can kind of see where it's trying. It just isn't doing that good of a result. So my result was actually better, the one I did off camera versus the one I did on camera. So that's just something to note. And it doesn't really look like a whole lot, you know, was taken off at all of my foil. So then there was that experiment. So, I mean, it's nothing compared to what the black looks like. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even when it worked really good down here. I don't know why I couldn't get it to work up here, but either way. Okay. So then, can you use Versamark ink? Versamark ink pad to foil. Well, I tried it 2 ways. I stamped it, let it dry, put the foil over top, nothing. I stamped it while it was wet, put the foil over top, ironed it, nothing, okay? I ironed this one too, nothing. This black one here is the Versafine ink. Again, nothing, okay? I think it just has to be like a toner based or an adhesive. I did write hello here with just my art glitter glue and let it dry mostly, and that worked, and these little dots are art glitter glue too. But then I decided to try, and I did it on this piece. I will show you over here though. So these don't work for me. Now if they worked for somebody else and I'm doing it wrong, just let me know. So I'm going to take, this is just double-sided adhesive. This is just really skinny, 1/8 of an inch. I just thought it would be fun to show you that you don't even have to use heat if you don't want to. So I'll just apply it a little bit down, and then you burnish it really good, and then peel that up. I need to be careful not to burn my arm there. Peel that up, and then let's take this piece and lay it over top of the sticky. Burnish burnish it really, really, really good. And I bet you if you ironed, let me show you real quick. I'm gonna pull it back. So it does stick without the iron, but let's iron it just in case it does just a little bit better. Since we got our iron out, let's just go ahead and test it out. Maybe burnish just a little bit. Ooh, that paper's hot. Huh. It does kind of appear, oh, this was a scrap piece I ran through my printer the other day. It does appear that the part that I kind of pulled away before I hit the iron is a little bit dull, where this part is super shiny. So that's interesting to note. So that'd be fun to add little strips, maybe not wiggly like that. You could even add like little faux washi tape strips. Just take a piece of your tape or tape runner. You don't have to use double-sided adhesive. That is scrapbook.com's 1/8 of an inch tape. But that'd be fun just to add a little bit, like underline something or something like that. That'd be cute. So there's another way you can use foil. And then down here, this is fun. I'm super excited about this. I just took a glue stick and I just kind of did like that. Just kind of put, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's right there. Then you take your foil, lay it over top. I'm going to use my iron. Again, it's just faster. Lay it over top. And then when you pull it off, look how cool that is. Okay? That is just, I am so fascinated by that. So you could do that to anything, with any type of glue stick. This is just what I've got on hand at the moment. So I did, where's one of my, so I just did it real quick on this tag right here. Isn't that cute? Where I just kind of ran across. I meant to do like just a little swipe, but it ended up going all the way across. But just to add a little something, something to the tag, because that's the tag that I showed in the video, right? So just add a little something, something to the tag. So then that got me thinking, well, why can't I take that same glue stick, let's do it down here, and just kind of like ink my edges with the glue stick, right? And then lay the foil back on there, and then the piece of paper. Okay, instead of using like paint or something, if you happen to have foil, you could totally do something like that. Check that out. You see how the edge is now foiled? So that's fun. I really like that idea, right? I'm trying to get it in the light. There we go. Right? Isn't that a cool idea? So you could do the whole tag that way. Well, let me go ahead and do it. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this, love this, love. Oh look, this tag was foiled with the rose gold, and I'm using this color. Whoopsie. Oh well. I don't mind mixing my golds, do you guys, or my metals. That is so fun. So fun. Do you see that? Look at that, is so fun. So this is like the script is the rose gold, and then I just did the outer edges in the shiny gold. But anyway, that is a fun idea. So I have a few more fun ideas for you guys. All right, so that tag got me thinking, this tag here, it got me thinking about hoe reinforcements. Why not make your own foiled hoe reinforcements? Okay, so this is just a journaling card from the collection we're about ready to use, the Pretty Mosaic. We're about ready to make an album. And I did, I experimented to make sure it's going to work. So here's a whole sheet of those hoe reinforcements, and I used the rose gold foil. So is this not the coolest idea? I'm thinking this is fantastic. So what I did first is I took some white ones, some white reinforcement labels, and actually well, I can just talk you through what I did here. I just took some white ones. I will link them down below if you want to check them out. Oh, it kind of looks like there's two sheets here. Something weird's going on. I'll link all the products I can down below for you guys. So with this one, I foiled first and then I inked second, okay? So I will tell you exactly what I did here in just a second. So, but this one I'm gonna ink first and then foil second, if that makes sense. I just wanna see if there's gonna be a huge difference. Let me ink on this piece of paper. I guess I could just do half and half, couldn't I? Like, I'm just gonna ink, oh, I should have done like half. That's okay. So I'm just inking them. I'm just using the Walnut Stain Distress Oxide. And then the rest of them, I'm just gonna leave white. So here's what you do next. Move that piece out of the way. I am going to take, let me flip this away, because this is what when I do my wax seals, that's where I lay my spoon when I'm done. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take my glue stick, and I'm gonna cover them with glue. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, inking them first makes the ink kind of run, but that's okay. Oh, now I'm getting inky fingers on there. All right, I've got them pretty good and covered. Now I've already cut a piece of foil. This is that rose gold. Oh, look, I missed. Let me grab another one just so I can get that little edge there. So then I'm going to take this piece of paper again, and I'm going to iron. So I'm going to check to make sure first. I think I did a pretty good job. Burnish. Let's do a little burnish. Okay, got that edge there a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is just so cool. Look at you guys. Okay. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so you can see, well, I don't know if you can or not, but the ones that aren't inked, they have like white spaces, so it's like a distressed almost look. So that's why I went ahead and then inked afterwards, so that they look like that. So, but the ones I inked first, I don't have that problem. It's already inked up. So that gave me ideas of doing other colors. Ooh, I wonder. I'll have to do some experimenting. How fun would that be to have like a patina or something underneath there? And since it doesn't get completely covered, it would look super cool. And then if you wanted to, you could take a soft cloth. Where do I have a soft cloth? I have a grungy towel, I guess. And then you could just burnish it a little bit more if you wanted to. So to get anything that's left over, hanging on bits, you can get them off. So is this not cool? You guys, this is such an amazing idea. I love it so much. So then, I was thinking, if I can do it to the, oh, this was the first one I tried. I did a little scrap of the gold foil. Can you see that right there? I had it on the tag. I just kind of put it on that little tag right there. See it? There we go. So I tried it. There was only 2 there, so I tried it just to see if it worked. And it does. So then the next idea that I had was doing photo corners. So this brought me to another idea of something else you can use. Okay, so here's what I did. Another journaling card, a 3x4 journaling card, and I used the rose gold. Doesn't that look pretty? And so I made these little corner pieces. There's the piece there's 2 of them that were left on that roll. And here's the whole sheet that I did. Okay, so this bottom row I did a little different. This roll up here, the rest of these rolls, I used spray adhesive. So I went and sprayed it outside, came back in, you don't have to wait for it to dry. I laid this over top, pressed it in, ironed over top of it, and it did a relatively decent job. I did have to go back and ink them up. But on this bottom row, I just did the glue stick. And I don't know if I just didn't do it very well, but I think you can just do the glue stick. I can't even, it's not even showing shiny. There we go. But I think you can just do the glue stick. So I'm gonna do a whole nother sheet with just the glue stick, but this will work too for these, I bet. So if you happen to have spray adhesive, then give it a whirl. Okay, so let me grab one of these. I'm gonna ink this up first. I like the ease of it already being inked up. So let me do that. I'm just so excited about this. This just opens up so many ideas, so many creative options for us. Okay. We've been inking up our photo corners for a while now. This is nothing new. I also thought too, black ones, those might be really cool to foil as well. Okay, all right, I think I've got them pretty good. Whoa, I just bumped you. Oh no, come back. All right, so I've got them inked. Now let's use the glue stick. And I'm gonna go in like a little swirly motion to try to get the whole thing. I don't know if I'll be able to get the little part that I cut off usually. I don't know. Obviously with the spray adhesive you can. Because if I go like this. And then I've already cut me a piece of the foil. Let's put the paper over it and iron. Well, okay. Let that cool down just a bit. I'm so excited. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did a better job this time. Yes, that looks amazing. Amazing. Okay. So that just goes to show you that you can totally do this with just a glue stick. And I bet you if I wanted to, like there's some spots missing, I bet you I could come back in here and get it to stick there. Yeah. Totally, totally, totally love it. And I'm also noticing too that the ironed part on some of these looks a little duller in some spots. but I like the way it looks all different. I like the way it looks different. Then I'm going to do a little burnishing. This is so cool. So cool. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think. I have no idea if this has been done before. Let's see. Oh, no. Like when I did the spray adhesive, I did have to go through and like pop it back open. It's like it got glued shut because of the spray adhesive. So I did have to go through and do this before I could put it on the corners of the little card there. But I don't think you're going to have to do that with the glue stick. You might a little bit. Maybe just a little. But how neat, you guys. Do we like? Okay, that is all I have for you guys. I just wanted to share some of the fun ideas that I've been playing with today and yesterday, and some different options for you guys. So if you don't have a laminator or a mink machine, you can just use your good old-fashioned iron on dry setting. I have it as hot as it'll go. Make sure you're on a surface that you can't ruin. I will link all of these supplies down below if you want to get your hands on some. These are paper labels. They're not plastic. I don't know about the plastic. I don't know how they would do. But yeah, oh, and look, I want also too, I inked, this is the spray adhesive, and I inked it afterwards, and it's kind of dull looking. This I inked before, obviously, because you watched, and it's shiny. So I'm wondering if I buff this a little bit, if it becomes shiny again, or am I buffing it off? I might be buffing it off. So that's also something to keep in mind if you want super shiny, or if you want a little bit more of a dull. Either way, I think they're both fantastic. Okay, you guys, do let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.